Welcome to the Entrepreneur Hustle. I'm Eleanor, and every week we are talking about the tips, the tricks, the insights that we need as entrepreneurs to make sure our hustle lands us on top. And today we are talking about mid year thoughts, mid year planning, and something that benefits us all, whether we think we're having a great 2021 or whether we think it's disastrous, just a continuation of 2020. We all could stand for a little disruption in our life. So, disruption is an important part of either achieving our goals or setting some new goals because we are off pace, because it makes us challenge the status quo. So often we get in a groove and we become autopilots in our own lives. We wake up at this time, we go here, we work for this long, or we pretend to work for this long. We do this to satisfy the goals that we might have or we might not have, or the jobs and responsibilities that we have. But how often do we really challenge, do I need to do this? And if I need to do this way. Autopilot makes us think, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. But often when we're on autopilot, we aren't making active decisions and we're not even consciously aware of what we are doing, where we are going. We're just kind of going with the flow. And if we're captains, we got to choose the flow. So disruption makes sure, maybe it's something as simple as changing up your morning routine, adding some new spice to it. Instead of eating cereal, trying to eat some oatmeal. It could be small things that disrupt your pattern, or it could be larger things, beginning to work out, challenging yourself to meet new people, or try new places or things. Whatever that disruption is in your pattern, it turns back on that active thinking in your mind. You get off autopilot because instead of going where you always go and doing what you always do, you're challenging yourself to do new things, to make new decisions, and you may find out things that may work for you even better than what you're doing now. So even if you're in a good groove, disruption helps you say, is it really good? Or could I be pushing harder, doing better, taking on new challenges? Because we know if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. So make sure you're adding in some disruption to what you're always doing. Making conscious decisions to say, although it's working, I want to make sure it's working as best it can. And if it's not working, I want to begin to ask myself why and give myself some alternatives, right? Because our brain doesn't like when we say, okay, well, I'm taking away that. That's why diets don't work, right? I'm not going to eat sugar. You know you like sweets. So the mind starts to say, hey, why are you moving that around? But disruption at its best is, can say, instead of doing this, I'm going to try to replace it with that, something else, and see if it works. Disruption doesn't have to be a permanent in your life, but it does help challenge you, and that can help change you. Tune in every week as we're talking about important tips, tricks, thought processes that you can use. As always, like, share, and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, entrepreneurhustle.network, and join us on our Facebook and website. That's it for today. Make sure you keep your hustle on top.